Barack Obama was talking about a quiet riot today, and no, it was not a reference to the 1980s heavy metal band, unfortunately. The senator waded into the controversial waters of race during a speech at Hampton University in Virginia. He said the Bush administration has done little to quell a brewing storm among some black Americans. He compared the current tension to what fueled the LA riots in the wake of the Rodney King verdict.
These quiet riots that take place every day are born from the same place as the fires and destruction and the police decked out in riot gear and deaths. They happen when a sense of disconnect settles in and hope dissipates. Despair takes hold, and young people all across the country look at the way the world is, and they believe that things are never going to get better.
This is not the first time Obama has sounded such an alarm, but will this kind of rhetoric help or hurt his chances to become president? We welcome back MSNBC political analyst and Democratic strategist Hillary Rosen and senior editor of The New Republic, Michael Crowley. Hillary, it seems to me that when people burn down stores, kill people because they're Korean, or beat people in the head with cinder blocks because of their race, like Reginald Denny, that's not a political statement, that's just crime. And Barack Obama seems to me to be giving a political justification to totally unacceptable, never justifiable behavior, and I think it's pretty outrageous.
Well, I don't think that's what he's saying. I give him credit for talking about this, and although I don't think he's alone here. I mean, John Edwards has been talking about poverty taking over too much of America. Hillary Clinton has been talking about the invisible people that this administration does not take care of. I think that there is a sense of alienation among poor and minorities in this country.
I don't think there's any question, and I like the fact that he talks about that.
There is a disconnect.
I think that's great, and I think it's great.
And the fact that it simmers with anger, guess what?
But there's never any justification. The people who killed Koreans or beat Reginald Denny behaved like animals, and there's just no justifying what they did, and there's no explaining it away as a political statement because it wasn't. It was crime.
Well, look, I think if you parse his words with him, I don't know that he would say that he's justifying crime. I think what he's talking about is an anger in a community,
but he's saying the riots came out
alienated.
of neglect. But that is another way of justifying it. And it just seems to me that we need to draw the line really, really clearly between political demonstrations, which are obviously legitimate and good in some cases, and violence, which is bad.
No, I think what he's saying is we all have a role here to play. And yes, maybe the riots resulted in really bad things and in crime, but what fueled the riots and what fuels the alienation is something that people haven't dealt with.
God, I think we could have solved it with a shotgun. I think that's, I don't know. Plus, it was race-based.
Well, that would solve a lot.
That riot was race-based, and nobody ever said that. Nobody ever did a follow-up on where is Reginald Denny today?
Well, he
Do you know what I mean?
references
The guy got beaten half to death because he's white. That's what the riot was about. But you're not allowed to say that for some reason. But it's true.
It followed a police verdict for a guy who got beaten up because he was black.
And the guys who did that went to prison. And the people who
you're
burned down these stores
focusing too much on the LA riots for his speech.
They're an outrage.
I don't think he said that.
And it's hard to
what he
believe
said
we
was
accept
there's
that in
alienation and despair among young black people, and that exists as a very real thing.
And I agree with that. I just think got to draw the line at violence. Will the Bush administration pardon Scooter Libby?